All right, everybody, the show's going to get started real soon, so everybody get everybody in here. About to do this.
And the pot calls the kettle black, calls the kettle burnt, calls her mad. Kettle reminds the pot that we both been burned on the same stove, that the parts of our bodies that are layered in soot were scorched by the same hands. Kettle tells pot that she still boils water, holds the hot breath of a white man's tongue, endures the slow simmer of a white woman's allyship, and still we make something beautiful. Pot calls the kettle wicked, and kettle says no, but says she's so magical she burned the hand of the last man who tried to pour himself a piece of her. Says she's so black she is everything, so black she is the beginning. She is the first thing someone finds home in when they wake up in the morning. Says ain't that what it means to be black? To have the world go up in flames around you and still be sanctuary for someone, saving men who lost themselves the night before, saving men who curse our names but forget his mama is made of steel too. And now The pot has no words, but calls the kettle bitter, but loves the glass pan, the fine china, loves all the exotic shit white men put behind glass casings, loves how fragile things not made of steel can be. But this isn't about the pot or the pan. This is about the kettle, the black woman, how she pours herself across the earth, but no one bats an eye when the water disappears. We give ourselves to men who never love us, but they say we are difficult, too hard to break. How we, the kettle, praise this pot, this man for all the water he holds. How we are the only ones who do not call him monster when the water boils over, because we know this heat, this white flame, hot enough to make any of us explode. We are the first ones to make noise when the world goes up in flames, but they say the earth was saved by the man who heard her scream. Pot calls the kettle black, and kettle says yes, but says you best remember you black too. The next time they bring a fire to your neck, they burn black bodies on the stake and the stove. Pot calls the kettle black, and kettle says bitch I might be, says nuck if you buck, then says wipe me down. Kettle says yes my nigga, I be black, I be mad, and I boiled the last man down to his bones when he tried to test me. Pot calls the kettle black, and kettle says hell yes, but don't say my name as if you ain't ever been burnt too.
All right, everybody, we're going to keep this going. We're going to keep it going. Here we go.
I would like for you all to understand something. This video is about when a narcissistic person starts to stalk. I did a video about this like 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago, when I first started doing my videos. People laughed at me. World Star Hip Hop got it, laughed at me, posted it. It's all good. I went through that. I'm going to do it again. When the tables turn in your favor and a narcissistic person is starting to lose, going to hurt, going to become very, very toxic, okay? It's going to happen. Whenever you hurt a good person, a good natured person, somebody that's treating you right, somebody that's in your corner, somebody that's not cheating on you, somebody that's helping you take care of your bills, your kids, possibly paying your child support, getting you out of jail, paying your parking tickets. This is for men that do this for women too, okay? Whenever you have somebody pouring into you like that and you misuse them, you abuse them, you hurt them, you neglect them, you cheat on them, when those tables turn, your strength is gone, stripped, gone. 1991, Leon Robert Walker Jr., 25, 26 years old, 24, somewhere in there. Looked at my girlfriend at the time, was like, I don't love you. I don't even like you anymore. I did that. I did it because we were deploying, and I wanted to go overseas and cheat and sleep with exotic Asian women. So if I break up with her now, overseas, when I'm having sex with these women, it's not cheating. 100% true. Yes. My narcissism was at an all-time high again. Months later, we come back from deployment. She got another guy. Boom. Instantly lost my mind. When narcissistic people are doing what they're doing, it's good, it's fun. We're in control, we're in charge. We hurt people, don't care. But when it happens to us, when those tables turn, we're not equipped to deal with the pain, the hurt. We're not equipped to deal with what's coming our way. You now have to embrace your life. You have to embrace your strength. You have to embrace the love of yourself. You have to embrace your self-love, your self-respect. Because when those tables are turned, that's God giving you your power back, because you didn't want to take your power back from me because you love me so much. So God switched those tables, gave you the power back. Now it's time for you to enjoy your life. What you have to do, you have to put things in place. I'm not talking about boundaries. I'm talking about safety measures. Because when I was stalking my girlfriend for almost a year, there was nothing safe about me at all. I got into her apartment. I got into her car. I'm looking through a glove compartment. I'm looking through her drawers. I'm smelling her panties. All of this, I did it all. Went to her job, asked her to marry me, got on one knee, brought flowers, bought a ring from the pawn shop. Lost my mind. She told me no, of course. And then showed me her new boyfriend that had pictures on her desk. I lost my mind. I wasn't taking showers. I was on the Navy ship. I wasn't brushing my teeth. I wasn't shaving. I wasn't getting haircuts. Nothing. I was stinking. I was funky. When those tables turn, narcissistic people are not fit to deal with it. So you put strict measurements in place, strict safety precautions in place. So your brother, your uncle, your father, your mother, your sister, your co-workers, Leon is popping up. Leon is calling me. My ex-girlfriend years ago, I called her mother over 100 times. She told me, Leon, you got to stop calling me so much. She's gone. You pushed her away. I couldn't understand. I didn't want to hear that. They're going to call you. They're going to pop up. They're going to park by your car. They're going to come to your job. They're going to come to the gym. They're going to come to the grocery store. You have to put safety precautions in place.
He's telling you straight up, everybody. He is telling you what you need to know.
You have to protect yourself. You have to protect your children. You have to protect your family. When a narcissistic person gets that narcissistic injury, and y'all talk about it, we are not equipped to deal with it. So
and I'm telling you, that's 2/3 of the manosphere at least.
We're emotionless. We're looking around for help. And now the devil been getting us to go cheat and have a supply and do this and do that and curse you out and put you down. When it happens, when God turns the tables, the devil gone. You look like, yo, Diablo, where you at? Gone by yourself. Narcissistic people are not accustomed. They're not used to being alone. That's why we have supply. We are dependent on other people. We are addicted to other people. We are addicted to the praise, the handshakes, the hugs. But when the carpet is stripped from up under us, we're on shaky ground again. Back to how our childhood was, looking for people to help us. Put safety things in place. Tell your neighbor, the police department, the fire department, because that narcissistic person, at that moment in time, when you get away and your life is beautiful and you're doing what you're doing, they should be in therapy or the psych ward. I should have been in the psych ward as a kid, for sure. But I should have been in the psych ward at 24, 25 years old when I was stalking my ex-girlfriend. But I didn't do it. I didn't stalk her to hurt her. I stalked her because I wanted the answers. Why did you leave me? But I pushed her away. Sometimes they're going to stalk you to hurt you so you can't date and move on. Protect yourself. Change your locks. Have people around you. Tell your neighbors. You got to be very, very safe. You got to
to show the full one because we had not seen that. Right, but there's more. There's more. There's more.
Okay, we're gonna dig a little bit deeper quickly into the brick situation, but then we're gonna move forward because to me there are some things that were missed and that basically is a society issue that we're running into.
Oh my gracious goodness gracious me, oh my. Let's go and explore the gift that keeps on giving, right? Let's explore the gift that keeps on giving because she made a video to Just Hilarious when the trans video didn't got the views that it got. She wanted Just Hilarious to know that people don't want to be her or want to be like her, right? Let's just scroll down because she has been trying for quite some time to be able to get some shine. Let me look. Where is her Just Hilarious video? So she's been doing a lot of different things.
But I also think there's like a huge lack of information. And hopefully with some information and we gently give that to her, that she can right that wrong. And she could start by writing a check to the trans community. Excuse me, thank you. I really need to get back to work, but.
So she's been trying to go viral for quite some time. Let's see. Oh,
this is for the stuff that.
Yeah. I want to also, she's, let's see. The thing is, I didn't go through this because I just got this right before. So she's criticizing Meg the Stallion. Let's see what else she's doing.
What I'm still trying to wonder what that has to do with her getting hit upside the head with a whole brick.
There's a lot to go through here. Maybe I can do a follow-up in the morning after I go through some more of this. Let's see. What is she saying here?
So I'm dressed up like a grapefruit because I'm about to do the grapefruit detox. That was.
Let's see. Are white folks thanking black folks today? How Jocelyn treated versus Amber Rose?
College Hill's episode last night was so triggering because it perpetuates that when black women experience violence, that it's met with indifference. But
that is true.
Particularly disheartening when it happens at a HBCU, a black college, on a black show, on a black network, in a black house. So even in the spaces that we have helped cultivate, we are the leaders, we're the backbone and the front line. We're still not protected.
Yeah, okay. So let's see.
I didn't see anything wrong with what she said there. Let's see what they're trying to pick apart.
What else do we have here?
Hi, Indiana mom. Welcome.
Because it looks like she's been trying for a minute. The real reason why Sukiana was sexually harassed, right? Let's see what she's saying here. I don't know what she's
So
saying.
men weaponize respectability politics in the same way that white people weaponize it. So for example, if a white...
So let's see what else we have here. Amber Rose is a liar, part 2. Reason why Amber Rose is a liar. A PhD that twerks. Let's see.
Get your head to leader.
Oh, I can't show this on camera. My gosh. I could just describe what it is. It looks like a BBL on the, this doesn't look like a natural booty. It looks like a BBL on the ground, vagina in some little bikini twerking in the camera. Wow. Oh my gracious. Let's see some more. What else is here? I don't know what else there is, but apparently she's been doing any and everything trying to go viral.
Didn't even get...
She's outside. What the hell? Oh, wow. Something is going on with this girl. She's wearing...
I don't know. The problem I'm having is I don't know. I understand she's not trying to play it, maybe for copyright reasons, but I have no clue what she's talking about. What is she? What's her point? Let me go back in here. Maybe I missed it back here. And this is...
And he picked up a brick in front of so many men and was like, what are you gonna do? And I told all these men, like, yo, why is this man got a brick on my face? And he's holding a brick and all these niggas is watching and nobody does nothing.
The thing is that the guy held the brick, from what I hear, and he didn't immediately hit her with it. He just kept holding the brick. Believe it or not, he was asking for permission to assault her when the men did not respond in a way that was to be a deterrent, like, stop doing that. You know, bro, chill. No. They wanted that. She underestimated where she was. That's for sure. And how she underestimated, even if you want to call her a super feminist or whatever like that, she underestimated the decency of our culture.
And he hits me in my face and then they all just watch. And they let that nigga get in the car. How is this okay? This is what y'all doing to women?
Yeah.
Have I ever done?
Okay, so this is a video that has gone viral. There's a little bit...
The Indiana mom says this: victim blaming is a part of Black culture. If the victim is a woman, it's global and it's getting old. Yep, absolutely. It is.
More that she says in the video, so let's play the rest of that, because this is some footage that I had not seen until this video here. This video.
This is watching and nobody does nothing. And he hits me in my face and then they all just watch.
It's funny to me because Black men, we are ruining the opportunity to be respected. Did you need to protect this young lady? This is obviously going out to the Black men that were there, right? No. But would it have shined a positive light on you and other Black men in general? Absolutely. You didn't have to get in a firefight or anything like that. You just had to say the right things like, bro, don't do it. It's not worth it. Oh, nope. Stood there and watched. Many of you probably would stood there and hoped. Stood there and watched and stood there and hoped. Probably would have joined in if you could. So it's like this. Other cultures, their women get, you can call it unruly. I'm going to give you a situation where, let's say she was unruly and everything you said. Other cultures, it's the same thing. You know what most of the men do? Regardless of their race, other than being black, of course, they usually walk away 90% of the time. You saw my tape yesterday. That wasn't the case. You saw black women that were just simply minding their own business, and because they said no, they were assaulted and or robbed. How proud us men should be. How proud we should be. You ruined your own reputation more so than her. She's now emotionally damaged. She's mentally damaged, and this is horrible what happened to her. But all of those men that didn't do anything damaged the black male reputation, image worse. There's no way to get around that. You can't get around it. See, that's what happens when you just think for yourself. And really not even for yourself, you're thinking for your own lust, your own reputation. Let me keep going here.
And they let that nigga get in a car. How is this okay? This is what y'all doing to women?
Yes.
I don't even care about my face because I'm still gonna be prettier than all of y'all niggas. All these black men just watch.
Here we go to the fun part. We're getting to the fun part now.
They don't give a. Yeah, this man hit me. He grabbed a rock and he hit me in my.
I was one of the guys who was there that did not.
Good. That's exactly what I want. One of the guys that was there. Thank you for being there, guy. Thank you. Okay.
All these black men just watch and they don't give a. Yeah, this man hit me. He grabbed a rock and he hit me in my.
I was one of the guys who was there that did not help her when she was getting hit with the brick, right?
That don't even sound right. It don't even sound right. We're going to get to my point here in a minute. Trust me.
I feel like people need to know the whole story before they start commenting and say things they don't understand or they don't know.
Okay.
You guys don't even remember who you guys are trying to defend, who you guys are trying to speak up for. This is the same woman that was going around smacking white people in the streets.
So that's your angle. Smacking white people in the streets, which has been defunct as skits. You see how it works, people? See, he was just unheroic before. Now he's starting to creep into the degeneracy mode. He's starting to look more like a degenerate. And I'll tell you why. Just because somebody, number one, obviously if you went far enough to look into this, right? And to look into who she was. See, he said, yeah, he was. He would have found out that it was a skit. And she was doing it for attention, yes, but it was a skit. The brick wasn't a skit. We all saw that. Let me play him one more time.
Faced with a brick and all these black men just watch and they don't give a yeah, this man hit me, grabbed a rock and he hit me in my
I was one of the guys who was there that did not help her when she was getting hit with the brick, right? I feel like people need to know the whole story before they start commenting and say things they don't understand or they don't know. You guys don't even remember who you guys are trying to defend, who you guys are trying to speak up for. This is the same woman that was going around smacking white people in the streets. She's not innocent. She was actually taunting the guy to hit her. Why would I go
So, okay, so now that she's taunting the guy, okay, and I'm not sure how much I believe of that because he already is misinforming us. That's enough for him to nearly to use deadly force against a woman. Instead of just walking away or roasting her and walking away. But the key is to walk away. See, you're when you go out, when you go out of the street, see what's funny to me is these men claim they're traditional, but they fail every traditional test out there. And it's amazing to me. It's really amazing. This guy is defending some basically a criminal. Okay. I wish I could see that how she was she saying, go ahead, hit me, go ahead, hit me. That's I guess so. Let's go ahead and say she said that. That doesn't mean you hit somebody. Are we black men? Are we that dense? Are we that stupid? Are we that barbaric? Is that what we got to offer our women?
defend somebody that's actually looking for trouble? This woman, she is literally a troublemaker.
Oh my God. I can't believe this shit. Welcome to the chat, Janelle. Janelle says, they didn't know that about her when she was getting assaulted. Exactly. So how is this an excuse? He's just trying to cover his weak tracks. This is the degenerates we got on the street.
Everybody that knows her in our community knows she's a troublemaker. I'm not gonna risk my life over somebody that's actually out there looking for trouble.
You don't have to. All you have to do is dial 911 and yell stop. This is how weak. Oh, shoot. I was about to say Sinji is going to eat this one up, but she already did. She already did. This is easy work right here. This is what you're offering. This is what you're offering women. This black man, is this what you're offering women? Well, no. What if that was his girlfriend? Let's imagine it was his girlfriend for a minute, and she was acting up. Oh well, you got hit by the brick, dude. I didn't stop him because you wasn't nice to me yesterday. This is where these dudes are coming from. Where common decency, they are trying to monetize common decency. Let me repeat that again. They are trying to monetize common decency, something that every other culture provides to their women. Common decency. Common decency. Bandit City here. Welcome to the Bandit City, people. Here we go. You know
If
what's
you go-
funny is I've heard other people in the manosphere say something like this. I've seen other people in the manosphere do something like this, where they have no problem with crazy manosphere dudes verbally assaulting women all day, every day. I went to a channel yesterday for a second. I must have heard the word bitch, I don't know, 50 times in 2 minutes. They just kept saying it. That's just how they think. Welcome, Cyber Dreams. Welcome, Monique. Thank you, Monique, for the sticker. I appreciate that. I mean, we're talking about basic common decency, and all these men don't have it, but they want you to be fit, feminine, friendly, and submissive to them. I'm embarrassed as a black man. I'm embarrassed. Listen to this dude.
On social media, online, you're going to see some of her antic videos, taunting people, looking for a reaction. Well, she got what she been looking for, and you guys are giving her the attention that she was actually seeking for. I don't regret not standing up for her. If you look at all the—
I don't regret not standing up for her. This bandit right here. Taunting and getting hit by a brick are two different things. Okay? And and the way this guy's being deceitful, I don't even know if there was taunting going on. Let's say if it does. So he's just gonna, he doesn't mind crimes being committed. Taunting's not a crime in most cases. Unless you have a weapon in your hand. Oh, I'm gonna do. She didn't have one. See, I thought men were supposed to be leaders. What part of being a leader is being a coward? All he needed to do is dial 911 and tell the guy, nah, stop, just put the brick down, bro. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Nope. Couldn't do it. And see, that's why eventually more and more black women it's going to be a natural thing are going to divest, because there's an intelligent factor in this. And what I mean is this: after a while, a person is going to ask themselves, what services does this entity offer that the other entity doesn't offer? It's clear that we don't want to offer protection to people in general. It's clear that if we do offer protection, right, we want to monetize it. We want something from that woman. It can't just be from the sake of common decency that every other culture provides. And I'm going to prove that to you tonight.
The videos, I was there. I don't regret nothing whatsoever. I don't regret standing up for her. I'm not saying she deserved it. I'm not saying that any men have a right to hit a woman.
Okay, so if she doesn't deserve it, then why didn't you just tell the guy that? Put the brick down. He doesn't deserve that. Let it go. You know, the whole therapy thing. Oh, she's not worth it. You know, just go ahead. Don't worry about it. You got better things to do. She's not worth it. He didn't even have the guts to do that.
Especially with the brick, nobody deserved that. By the end of the day, there's more to the story.
No, there's no more to the story. You said that she didn't deserve it. See, this is what you bandits do. You said she didn't deserve it. You said that. It came out of your mouth. Okay, if more to the story was she pulled out a gun, that's different. But you didn't say that, Bandit. Nice glasses though, Bandit. It's crazy to me. I'm embarrassed as a black man. I really am.
Not as innocent as she's trying to portray herself to be. She wants attention.
We don't care what she was trying to portray herself to be. Your friend hit her with a brick. Your friend hit her with a freaking brick. Bricks and hard objects like that can end a person's life. Howard.
She's an attention seeker woman. She's trying to go
viral.
viral.
You know, he sounds a lot. So attention seeking, which you're doing, by the way, right now, Bandit, is worth a brick to the side of the skull. Notice his excuses and how easy. This is easy work for me. This is easy work for me. This is crazy. Monique says, at this point, we can't keep saying not all. Exactly. When black men are standing around watching. And Monique, let me tell you something. That is deep as can be, because that's just not this incident. That's just not this incident. It's basically how black men are behaving right now. I am so embarrassed. No, you didn't have to risk your life, sir. No. But you couldn't even dial 911 and say stop. I guarantee you not. I guarantee you not, knowing human nature the way I know it. If he would have just said, don't do it, bro, I got it, you're going to make me call 911, he would have dropped the brick. You allowed him, you enabled him to do what he did. In some ways, I think you're an accessory. I really do.
And you guys have given her what she wanted. Yes, she did get hit by a brick. Yes, I saw it. Yes, I was standing by doing nothing. And if that shit happened again in the same circumstances, I will watch, because she's not as innocent as she portrays herself to be. She was taunting the guy. She was calling him all type of names. She was degrading him to a point where he resulted in picking up a brick and hitting him.
Is that where we are going, black men? Let's forget about her. Is that where we are going? Are we going to be this barbaric and this mentally unstable and this emotionally out of control and this low lack of logic that we're just going to pick up a brick every time somebody makes us, something? I think that's what we're doing. Do you know that black men, number one, we insult each other more than black women do, by the way. And we delete each other one every hour, 160, I call it. 160. We put each other down every 60 minutes. Is that where we've gone to? Dude, hate groups are going, our work is done here. All those men that you say the man and it's racism and all this kind of stuff. You're complaining about all the discrimination, but when you do shit like this, they're basically saying, "Oh, our work is done here." We don't have to say anything or do anything. These black men are imploding on themselves, and we are. You know? Oh, here we go. Scott, it's good seeing you. Scott says this. When black women have spent decades yelling out, "I don't need a man," what do you expect? I don't know, Scott, is man to man. How about let's start off with common decency. For one. Number two, I think we need to go over, Scott. I think we're almost in the same age bracket. I'm still probably a couple years older than you. But Scott, I remembered, remember the love songs back in the day that the women were singing? About you're my, to the man, you're my world, you're my life, blah, 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 blah. And all those women that were left behind, remember back then? Decades back, all those artists. Let me bring up some of them songs. Because that basically, God, that was what black women were about back then. Back then, Scott, that's what black women were about. Let me break this down here. I want to get a list of love songs back in the day. Love songs by women in the, let's say, the 80s. That you said a couple decades, right? Let's go down here. 25 love songs by black women in the 80s. Let's see what we had. I don't know why they came up with this shit. Oh, this goes way back. Downheart Blues in 1922. Let me go to something. Strange Fruit by Billie Holiday. She was caping in for black men then. I don't know why. I asked for 80s. I didn't ask for that. Okay. Nah. They gentrified the hell out of these lists. Anita Baker, Phyllis Hyman. Remember Bet You By Golly, wow. Phyllis Hyman resung the song. Man, that was the jam. How about Now We May Begin by Joe Sample and I forgot her name, but man, she was, oh my God. All those love songs about heartache, pain, hanging in there no matter what. Remember those, Scott? It was the women singing most of those songs. And they were hits, Scott. They were hits because other women, Scott, identified with it. Remember back then when music needed to be more than just, booty bopping. It had to have heart to it. It had to have emotion to it. So you can't really say I don't need no man back then, Scott. Were there some black women that said that? Probably. I mean, shit, that you could say that about any culture. So, Scott, I have a question. Why do other cultures don't try to monetize protection? Oh wait, if you like, you can come up as well. Let me know and I'll drop the link. But I find that's a good question. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not demeaning you or anything like that, Scott. I'm just saying that's a good thing to bring up. But one, I really didn't. I'm not saying you're lying. I'm not saying that you're wrong. But I just, in my life being around being a DJ around a lot of women, men, relationships between them, knowing about them, that I don't need no man thing was kind of, it turned out to be more of a hobby because Black women took huge L's being with a man. So it's hard for me to really, I can't agree with you. I just can't. And Scott, I'm going back to common decency. You said again, just to reiterate, and I don't want to, you said, when Black women have spent decades yelling out, I don't need a man, what would you expect? And I go back to the two words I'm going to be saying all night, Scott. Common decency. Just ignore her. Walk away. Be a decent human being. Save that man's reputation. Don't like the woman? Fine. Save that man's reputation by telling him to drop the freaking brick. Let's put it like this, Scott. How would you feel if a family member of yours, they were just having a bad day? So they were cussing somebody out. Do you believe do you really believe that your family members deserve a brick upside the head? See, we don't think about it like that. We don't think about how would I feel if that person was my family member. How do we not even calibrate ourselves? What I mean by calibrating ourselves is this. Let's put ourselves in that situation ourselves. Scott, how about you, Scott? How about this? Do you believe that you deserve to be assaulted by talking smack? For talking smack, you're not a threat. Do you really believe that you deserve a brick upside your head? Because it happens all the time at football and baseball games. Nobody goes up and men have talked. I don't know what she was saying and all what this guy was saying. I mean, this coward, he's a coward to me. What he was saying about what she was saying. Do you yourself, do you believe if you were her, do you believe that you would deserve a brick upside your head and quite possibly brain damage? See, you're still on the Black women. I'm talking about you right now. See, that's the funny thing is, that's the one thing that that's one of the qualities that Black women reveled in Black men, that Black women loved in Black men, was that more than other cultures, we had the ability to have the most empathy for our fellow Black person. That is one of the reasons why Black women stayed race loyal. Empathy. Simple. Being able to relate and empathy. Now we don't even got that to offer. Now we don't even have that to offer. That's the crazy thing. We can't even offer that. We can't even feel, we don't feel, this guy obviously doesn't feel any empathy at all. No empathy, no common decency whatsoever. None. So, okay, fine. It's your life, right? It's your life. You can do or not do what you want to do in it. But don't turn around and, Scott, take this to the red pill. Don't turn around and ask or demand submission from anybody. This right here, my value went down as soon as I played this video. As a black man, my value went down. Not because of anything I did. It's because of what this dude. Listen to him again. Listen.
To speak up for. This is the same woman that was going around smacking white people in the streets. She's not innocent. She was.
Again, she was doing skits. And what, listen, just keep listening. This is
actually taunting the guy to hit her.
That poor man was being counted. Aw. See how mentally weak he's making us seem? Not the woman. She's not making us seem mentally weak. He is. That anybody can taunt us into doing something that if we get caught doing it, it put us in prison for 20 years. Oh, if he gets found out, what if he had a job? Do you think the job's going to keep him? See, employment, they want you to be level-headed. Do they give you a pass sometimes for yelling and all that? Yeah. But assault is a little bit past that. Monique, I couldn't agree more. It is too dangerous. You see, the evidence is right in front of us. Tim Mills, welcome. Scott, welcome. Indiana Mom, welcome. Janelle, welcome. Cyber Dreams, welcome. Let me drop it just in case somebody wants to come up to either agree or disagree. Because, you know, we're an echo chamber here. Or not. Depends on the mood, I guess. Let's play them. Let's keep playing them.
Why would I go defend somebody that's actually looking for trouble? This woman, she is literally a troublemaker. Everybody that knows her in our community knows she's a troublemaker. I'm not going to risk my life over somebody that's actually out there looking for trouble. If you go on social media, online, you're going to see some of her antic videos.
You heard him. Welcome to the stage. J Mike.
Yeah, this is ridiculous. This is getting ridiculous at this point. It's been this way for long as my existence. I've been hearing about this, and here where I'm at, there were 3 black women unalived here, young black women at that, and they all was mothers. 2 of them got killed because they was out having fun. The other one, supposedly a boyfriend unalived here.
Man, I mean,
those are the type of guys that are influencing those older black men that are unaliving those black women like the ones I mentioned.
It's a shame. I mean, it's a shame. I mean, the thing is the funny thing is this young man is gonna try to go on a date, right? And he's gonna expect that he's gonna get respect from that woman. And it's funny because, and I got some clips to show, other cultures don't do this. Other cultures don't say stuff like this.
I mean, there's the white manosphere too. Don't get me wrong, but I haven't seen them go that extreme.
Yeah, actually, believe it or not, I got one of the white manosphere clips on here. Let me play it right now because I think it's an important thing to show. This is what first. Let me preface it with let me give Chantel her shout out. Here we go.
It's wild to me how these women are expecting random men to protect them when they got 911 at their fingertip. Ma'am, you in an altercation with a stranger who crazy enough to hit you in the face with a brick. What do you think he crazy enough to do to the other men? Your best bet will be to call 911. No, but black women want black men to sacrifice their lives for the community. But when asked, what are black men getting in return?
See, I told you, wants to monetize common decency. He wants, that's what's going on. Common decency is, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Why don't women like Chantel, Shad, Sade, Courtney, Michelle, and Crimson Kill, why don't they call those black men out? It's always the majority of black women they call out, but that what you expect if that's what most black I want to say all black women who still deal with black men. It's like this all oh shit.
Let me go
what
ahead
do
and
black women have to choose from when they only date black men? If those guys are all like that, what else for them to do except other than to divest and date out?
Right. Let me go to this next clip here. Hold on one second. First of all, let me get this rolling. This is how other cultures think right here.
Have you ever seen those videos? And I'm going to speak to New York City. I come from New York City. Have you ever seen those videos that pop up from the subway where you'll see a woman being harassed on the subway by I don't know who, and there's a bunch of guys just sitting there watching and they don't do anything about it? Yeah. What do you think is causing that trend, particularly in cities like New York City and Los Angeles among men?
I think this whole teaching boys that they're equal to women and women that they're equal to boys doesn't help. I think that men, by and large, and this, if any man hears this and isn't just upset, I don't know.
Idiot doesn't know what he's talking about. It's called common decency. Now, let me move forward to the other clip.
So the original idea was that men were supposed to act with honor and chivalry in protecting women.
Yes, this is about as hardcore red as you can go. So listen to him.
Women were supposed to look for example, relationships just as men were. Sexual activity was supposed to be confined. This was at least the ideal. Was supposed to be confined to committed relationships, particularly marriage. Not everybody lived up to that, but a huge number of people did. In fact, once people got pregnant, people basically got married. There's studies from the 1930s, 1940s, 1950s shows an awful lot of 7-month marriage babies, right? People who are sleeping together, getting pregnant, and then the couple gets married. When you don't teach men to protect women, you get men who will victimize women. And when you don't teach...
Let me play that over again. Let me play that over again. And this comes from a source that I do not like. Let me play that over again, everybody.
Protect women, you get men who will victimize women. And when you don't teach women getting pregnant and then the couple gets married, when you don't teach men to protect women, you get men who will victimize women. Married. When you don't teach men to protect women, you get men who will victimize women. Married. When you don't teach men to protect women, you get men who will victimize women. And when you don't married, when you don't teach men to protect women, you get men who will victimize women. And when you
there we go. There's the answer right there.
And another thing is, I know black women have it hard in America, but black women have it harder in Africa, as well as some Middle Eastern women too, because if there's black male leadership, I'm afraid it's gonna wind up like the Middle East if that was to happen.
Yeah.
Don't teach women that they ought to cherish men who are responsible and good. All you end up doing is incentivizing bad male behavior. The feminist movement was not wrong when they said
I agree 100% with Monique said because I live in Alabama and there's people. I stay in Birmingham and it's stuff happening where somebody getting unalived all damn near every day, I should say.
men are acting like pigs. They were wrong when they said women also ought to act like pigs and that this is a solution to our problem. Because one of the things that's happening.
So let me pause that. So, and let me play Chantel's thing again. Give her a chance.
Wild to me how these women are expecting random men to protect them when they got 911 at their fingertip. Ma'am, you in an altercation with a stranger.
The problem with calling 911 when you are in the middle of an altercation is that you're taking your attention off the person who's assaulting you. Secondly, Chantel, this has nothing to do, you're trying to blame the victim. And the problem we have is that this is not a good look for Black men. And if Chantel, if you really wanted to help benefit Black men, you would have just told them this isn't a good look. You have to be respectable. But you don't know. You're not even from here anyway, Chantel. So what do you care? Just keep making your money.
Who crazy enough to hit you in the face with a brick. What do you think?
So at least he admits the guy's crazy enough to hit him in the face with a brick, right? At least he admits that. So, but it's still victim blaming because she should have said, damn, why didn't you guys at least call 911? That's what she should have said. She says, I know these women can be outrageous, but at least call 911 and yell, say stop. You can do that much. The guy didn't immediately hit her with the brick. It wasn't like, he picked up the brick and hit her with it. It's like he picked up the brick. She was saying stuff. He was saying stuff, and then he hit her with it. They should have told him to drop the brick and go. Then if she's not worth it, then she's not worth it. That's the weird thing. That's what I don't get. NC says this. These men like bad men because it forces women to look like protectors. They aren't slick. Exactly. They do not care for women in the least. And it's proof. The proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the pudding. I understand nobody's asking you to be Captain in America, Nobody's asking you to be, Blade. They're just asking you to be a common do what other cultures would have done. If a Caucasian guy was in there, I guarantee you not, he would at least call 911. That's the embarrassing part of it. That's what's so embarrassing about it. It's like these people that probably don't even feel the same way about each other like we do about each other would have called 911 because it just would have been decent. This isn't really about the woman today, folks and ladies and gentlemen. This is about common decency, just being decent people. Chantel can't even be decent. Jeez. Here, let me play this one.
Because one of the things that's happened is that traditional masculinity, the idea that it is a man's job to protect women, this is one of our jobs as human beings, as men.
Boom. So you guys always keep looking up to other cultures, right? Black men, right? You keep saying, oh yeah, they're women, blah, 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 blah. Their women are more feminine. Well,
Which
they're getting protection.
That's bullshit to me.
Yeah, it is, but that's what they say.
Because I seen in most cases, I seen other races of women act all hostile towards.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Especially white women.
But their men still protect them. They'll do that much. I've seen it.
to protect women. The feminist movement doesn't like that. Well, then you can't blame us for
That has nothing to do with the feminist movement, but let's keep going.
not protecting women if you don't want us to protect women. Like, I want to protect women. I think men should protect women. I think.
Okay, so what part of that did you guys not get? I mean, I don't get it. So let me go to one of my tapes here. I want you to hear this guy right here.
You know, I talk about this because.
Okay, let me go forward. This is from Breakfast at Dee Dee's. This is like about at least a couple months old. Okay, let me go forward. I want to bring up one of my best friends. Oh, shoot. Okay, Chester was in there. Okay. Oh, this is that. Okay, that one. Okay, let me play this part right here for you again.
Some of these women, they have children early, 15, 16, 17.
Right, okay. Some of these women, actually it's quite a bit, have children early, 15, 16, 17. Really, it's painfully, it's 14, 15, 16, 17.
I don't know that many women.
And historically, it wasn't by like their height.
There was maybe one I know had a child at 15, but that wasn't the majority.
No, it wasn't. No, but it's a lot, believe it or not. And most teen pregnancies are from adult males, not from kids from the same school or something like that. From guys 18 and up. High school boyfriend or anything. It's by older men. Men that are actually men, not other kids.
Yeah.
Okay. A lot of these mothers that claim are narcissists, what they did, or they
let me go forward.
Hands, a free babysitter.
Go forward. Half of us, I mean, 30. I could be 3 times as old as this guy for all I know. At least twice. Let's say twice. He looks like he's in his third twice. So I've never run across any statement from a woman saying that
not all, but a narrative.
Here we go. Okay.
Bobby. Gotcha.
All right, Bobby. I like Bobby. Here we go.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. As far as the, I guess, first stuff that I heard you say about black men not protecting black women and all this stuff, something I've noticed that, of course, not all, but a narrative that gets pushed around almost as a guilt trip as far as the whole black men not protecting black women. It almost comes off as if black men, quote unquote, owe black women because of, like what you guys were saying about child custody, and how most of the time it's usually, if a black person is raised in a single parent household, usually it's the mother that has custody.
Okay, so basically,
so it's like, oh well, you guys owe us because of that, or if a black man gets deleted.
I could be 3 times as old as this guy for all I know. At least, let me pause it right there.
Because one of the things that's happened is that traditional masculinity, the idea that it is a man's job to protect women. This is one of our jobs as human beings, as men, to protect women. The feminist movement doesn't like that. Well, then you can't blame us for not protecting women if you don't want us to protect women. Like, I want to protect women. I think men should protect women. I think one of the reasons God put man on earth is to protect women. Okay, well.
So basically, other cultures will, let me replay that again.
Okay, well, then it is incumbent on me to protect women. But if you're telling me that I can't even open a door for, well, then it is incumbent on me to protect women. But if you're telling me man on earth is to protect women. Okay, to protect women. Okay, women. I think one of the reasons God put man on earth is to protect women. I think one of the reasons God put man on earth is to protect women. I think one of the reasons God put man on earth is to protect women. Okay, well.
But so, yeah, he is, Andre, he is a bozo. But what's funny to me is that these black men follow men like this. They love this guy. Black conservatives love this guy. And he, it's amazing. He's saying, so basically this is what I'm trying to break it down as. Other cultures, the men are raised to protect women in general without monetizing that protection that it seems us black men want to do. So if that's the case, right? Don't we lose value as black men since other men are willing to give women the benefit of protection and we're not? I mean, you have to think about it. I mean, black men, this is maybe why you can't compete with other cultures of men against other, if you wanted to date out, we've just ruined our reputation. Cultures of men are willing to protect their women. I've seen them protect our women too, to be honest with you. It's just common. It's a common, decent thing to do. It's how they are. I am telling you how they are raised. And then you want to ruin my value. You want to ruin your own value. You want to ruin the value of your fellow black man by saying you don't want to protect nobody. Only if you're married to them. Isn't that kind of weird? You know what they were cheering for? Stuff like this.
Adios. Vaya preso porque ahorita voy por Adios.
This is what we're going to be famous for, fellas. We are going to be famous for drama and chaos.
Adios. Adios. Adios.
DJ Club. Did you hear that they're making more women overseas single mothers too?
Oh yeah, that was just about. I haven't heard it myself, but I knew it was going to happen because it's just a matter of time. I mean, why would if the behavior of these men
and they
never
said
changed.
women in those, there are more single mothers in those countries than it is in America.
Yeah. Yep. I believe it. Welcome to the stage, Shabby Greens.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Perfectly.
Yeah, I have this headphones. I'm trying this out. The feminist movement had nothing to do with protection.
Right. I agree 150%.
It had everything to do with women no longer wanting to be subjugated. We wanted equal pay.
Right.
And this is what I don't understand about these men. They try to merge historical events, historical terms into something that's derogatory towards women. Like they're giving it an excuse. Like they're merging it for an excuse. So if this woman got hit with a brick, didn't y'all say y'all don't need a man? Scott, shut up. Get out of our space.
Right. Pretty much that's what they're saying.
You males in human form are the stronger human being on the earth. If you do your history on wars, men always protected the weaker human.
Right.
It had nothing to do with anything else. Scott, get out of our space. Somebody either time this fool out or come up on the stage and talk to Torch, because he got some. He want to ask you something. You are a coward. You cannot be in our space talking this nonsense as if it is fact. I am done with these dudes. I'm done with these dudes. Go read a book, Scott.
She got a point, Scott. I mean, some of the stuff you do say, it sounds like it's actually some of the stuff you did say in the past, you know, was worth a debate. But some of the stuff you do say, it sounds more like rhetoric. Just you grab. From
Yeah.
Kevin
How about
Turner
this, Scott? Fuck you and your sons. How about that?
You know.
I'm sorry. I'm pissed off, Torch.
It's okay. I understand.
Because these mammies, y'all think y'all can't get hit with a brick?
Yeah.
Best believe.
No, the funny thing is that
best
see,
believe the
it wasn't like
seem worse, but they don't. It's like they don't care.
Yeah, I mean the funny thing is Chantel didn't say anything about that it was good for the guy to hit him with a brick, but he wanted to blame the woman for not doing exactly what she thinks she would have done.
Yep. Who was that?
Chantel used to say she made mistakes and everything, but yet when other people make mistakes, she wants to get on them about it.
And they didn't want to talk about these other women in the other countries. Them women are subjugated women.
Yeah.
They're not protected.
That's how they tolerate them.
Yeah. Welcome to stage, Andre.
That's how they can get out of those countries.
Hey, greetings and salutations, everyone. The thing that kills me, and I hope everybody's weekend was okay, was great. The thing that kills me is what I've been hearing is, some idiots are like equal rights with equal lefts, and they're like, oh, you want equality, then this is what you get. I'm sorry. Last time I checked, when I was rejected by a woman, I didn't run and get hit, and I ain't run and grab a brick. Well, I ain't run and grab a brick to hit them. And when I rejected a woman's advances, they didn't run and hit me with a brick. We just said what we had to say and then moved on. There is a lot of mentally ill, unhinged people out here. And when I hear someone say I'm not going to risk my life, there's more to protecting someone than getting physical with them. And they have no idea about that. It's like they lose their freaking brain cells at the end of the day. That, oh, I'm not going to get physical unless they're my wife. I'm not going to get physical. And half these dudes look like they don't even do that. I'm sorry to make a joke out of it, but half of dudes don't even look like they don't even do that. They can't bust they can't fight a paper bag. They can't even fight through a paper bag. I'm sorry. Like, I've argued with these dudes yesterday, and I'm like, half of y'all, even if I miss, the wind will knock you on your ass. So you're telling me that your only field of protection is to get violent? That's why people think black men are violent in the first place. We gotta start using our minds, man. And they have no clue about that. We gotta start using our heads. Like, there's more to just being violent. If you see something, say something. You would have called the police, called the ambulance, did something for this girl instead of just, automatically searching for her TikTok or anything else just to find a reason to degrade her and justify this man doing what he did. And it reminds me of, like I said, the police killing innocent black people. And the first thing that the supporters did was go on their social media and start looking for stuff to justify why they got hurt in the first place, why they're dead in the first place. Ooh, they smoked weed, so they dead. They deserved it. Ooh, they probably stole from their what is it, from their library. They didn't bring their library book on time. They deserve it. Every and any reason for a person to deserve what they got, and this woman to deserve what they got, is sickening. And I can tell those things were skits. Stevie Wonder can tell those videos were skits. I can tell those were skits within 5 seconds. I'm like, oh, this is a skit, because no logical person gonna just sit there and get slapped. I'm calling security if you slap me in the face at Randall. I'm not going to hit you. I'm gonna let security handle it. That's especially if you're a woman. I'm like, I'm not even gonna put nope. Security handle it. You got a job to do. But I don't know. This whole thing just making men look weird, and just giving people and giving black women more of a reason just not to like us, not to be in fear of us. And we just
I think it's beyond that, sir. It's beyond it's beyond fear. Now we at war. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go to these lobbyists, go to these politicians. You think you're suffering now? Watch what we do.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is this: it's kind of like I like to look at things in a very logical way. If let's look at black culture, right? Black men as target, and then as target, and then let's look at Caucasian men as, let's say, I don't know, myths. 2 grocery stores, right? One grocery store makes it clear that they offer security and protection while you shop or whatever, right? And the other one makes it clear that they don't. Where are you going to go? I mean, see, we're not even making or saying decisions that make sense, okay, or help us out in any way.
Yeah, Torch. Once we show the powers that run this country that we are separate from you men, and then when that martial law hit the streets, you can't run to us, bro.
Yeah. No more caping when one of my black men falls because of some police, let's call it police indiscretions, and that happens from time to time. Don't bother. These men wouldn't do the same for you. Unfortunately, I hate to say it, but you heard it. They can't say I'm lying because you heard them say it. Melanated says this, like I told them, me, my daughters, mama, all safe. This is why black folks work so hard to get out of these type of communities. Yep. They refuse to see the error in their thinking and movement.
Yep. And the only ones gonna be safe is the ones who get out.
Yeah.
Because they can't come to my community.
And
I don't live in a predominantly black community.
And here's the funny thing. When a black man gets a family, and the first thing he wants to do is move them out of the hood, right? Moving them out of the hood to get away from who? Not other black women. He's not threatened by other black women. He's talking about his friends.
DJ Choice, let's be real. These black men are moving out of the black community just so they can have access to women in other communities. Let's be
True.
real
That too.
and honest on that one.
That's true. That is true. That is true as well. That is true.
Conscious mind. I understand what you're saying, but she should have never been there in that area anyway with them bandits. There's no justification that you can convince me that she was egging on a man to get hit in the face with a brick. I'm sorry, George. I was reading the comment, and I'm talking about if you ladies can't get on cold, it's
Well,
over.
I think what Monique is saying is that even if she was egging him on, he should have dropped the brick and left. That's what I get from Monique's message.
But why their first instinct is to grab weapon and put violence on a black woman? Forget all the circumstances. Why is that their first instinct?
Right, because that's just how those men that do stuff like this, that is their nature.
She gonna say anything can happen anywhere. Girl, no, this woman got hit in the face with a brick.
True.
Yeah, it's danger. We already spoke about danger and stuff like that. But this is unnecessary, unprovoked terrorism. This is terrorism.
Deontay, welcome to the stage.
Hey, DJ.
How you doing tonight?
I'm doing okay. Earlier, you guys were talking about, I don't know if it was earlier, more recently, when someone said, what was she doing there at that place anyway? It's like we want to play devil's advocate because there is and you know, DJ, I say this all the time, there is a group of toxic females, just like toxic men, who are in these situations. They clearly don't need to be there, the men or the women. But for some reason, they find each other, they congregate around each other, and ignorance like this happens. I don't know if you guys know the rapper Glorilla, the female rapper. A few weeks ago, she went on her Instagram live, and she told all of her female fans that they need to spend their 20s being toxic and delusional. Now, most women aren't going to follow that because that's nonsense. But there are women out there, especially young ladies, who will listen to that. They think that is cute, just like the Krishan Rock and whatever her Blueface boyfriend's name is. They think it's cute to get into these fights, this back and forth nonsense. And I mean, I don't know the circumstance of that situation. That is terrible. It's a bunch of men standing around watching her get beat by a brick. But I could believe that she could egg a man on to do that. It's not like, I mean, look at where she was at, just the surroundings of it without the audio. She's outside in the hood somewhere at night, surrounded by a bunch of scroungy looking dusty men, and she got hit by one of them with a brick. I don't believe that they dragged her out there. You know what I'm saying? So if this was the average woman, black woman out there, I think that it would be even more hyped up than it is now, the story. But I can see how someone, even another female, can look at that and say, well, what is she doing out there? You know? But that's probably what it was. She just wanted to be out there, period.
To be honest, the situations for a lot of these women is not safe anywhere. A lot of these black women anywhere, specifically if they're around. They could have been at a grocery store because there was a black man who robbed the woman because she rejected him.
Yeah. Dante, I can understand.
At a grocery store in the suburbs too.
I can understand a divested woman, a woman who's out of the community saying, why is she there? These are women that are mammies saying that. There's no justification for that.
Right.
No, I agree with you. That's what I'm saying.
Mammies is still their black male identified. I'm telling you.
They're male identified.
That's the problem.
They're gonna fuck around and find out them damn selves. Just like that woman who had that son. She defended her son for grape. He turned around and grape her. You mammies, y'all gonna fuck around and find out.
Yeah, let me see if I can.
And them same men, those mammies came for, they ain't gonna care either.
When your son beats you up, it is countless accounts.
Check this out. This was from yesterday.
Well, Chris, this happened just before 6 p.m. Monday. Witnesses tell me the woman was alone in the store and being hit on by men inside. It was when she walked outside when the trouble started. Surveillance video shows two men walk inside chatting and laughing. Police say they started talking to a 31-year-old female customer looking to buy a bottle of wine. Police say she rejected their advances inside the store on West 128th Street near St. Nicholas Avenue. But when she walked out, you can see the two men follow and others also appear. Police.
She did nothing wrong. Nothing. Went to buy some wine. We can't. Okay, it's one thing is protection, right? But at least protect her from yourself. Damn.
Torch, you just said what I said to Darnell.
You know, I mean, yeah, that's right. I mean, at least it's called common decency. We can't even do that. Oh, it's frustrating to me because it just is. Why are we doing
these vagabonds? It's just evidence and more persuasion to the women who are not yet victimized to get out.
Yeah. I'm trying to look for the PG versions of this yesterday's thing. Let's see.
They're gonna shut down their grocery stores. These animals, they're about to starve these animals out. And if they start coming into other communities, the police gonna be there to deal with them.
Oh yeah, the police. Yeah.
All the cameras they putting up on the street lights and stuff like that.
Let me see if I can look that up. Here we go. Here's another one.
He is looking for the men who allegedly attacked and robbed a woman trying to buy a bottle.
Okay, that's the same one. Oh my God, is this another one?
New tonight, a romantic date turning violent. Shots fired at a couple riding scooters in Atlanta. CBS 46's Barmel Lyons spoke to witnesses who saw it all.
It was supposed to be a romantic getaway for a young couple. Getting ice cream, riding scooters through the city takes a violent, almost deadly turn.
I was asleep. It was so early. I just heard like 5 shots.
A woman shot in broad daylight.
Like I didn't want to peek my head through the window, and then they still shooting.
A couple riding scooters down Northside Drive attacked after telling a man driving by to stop catcalling at victim Miera Mansoray. Boyfriend Juan Davis stepping in, asking the man to leave them alone. They went down this street in order to try to divert and get away from him. And then that
Something like this happened on YouTube. Something like this happened on YouTube recently, where somebody told another channel to stop harassing this woman, and the other channel got worse and started harassing the woman even more.
You know what, Torch? These dusties told people that, oh, she should have had her man with her and she wouldn't have got hit with a brick. She had her fiance with her and got shot.
Right. Yep.
So what y'all saying? Y'all ain't saying nothing.
Nope.
Ladies,
One
get
of the
out.
bullets hitting Mansoray in her
Why they
shin,
ain't saying
shattering
nothing
her
about them?
tibia.
Just off in the distance, I see someone go down.
Samuel Savage, an eyewitness, took off running when he saw Mansoray fall to the ground.
It was really heartbreaking. She was screaming, she was crying, and She kept grabbing her phone, trying to call her mom.
The fire department working to stop the bleeding until EMS got to the scene. People we talked to believing violence is never the answer and rejection is not an excuse.
So it's definitely a cowardly act to, you know, try and shoot somebody that just because they don't want to talk to you.
According to the victim's mother, she's looking at least 6 weeks of recovery until rehab therapy and will have a permanent rod in her leg. In Atlanta, I'm Barbara Lyons, CBS 46 News.
Ladies, when it comes to violence against us, we cannot veer off and under no circumstances blame anything but the person who are committing the violence. Violence should be a code for us to stick together.
Here's another one.
We are going to begin this evening with a vicious attack that again raises questions about the criminal justice system. A woman on her way to work at Kennedy Airport was pummeled to the ground, punched, and then kicked at the AirTrain station in Howard Beach. This video is from security cameras at that station.
Okay, wait. I want you to see something. Watch.
He think he a big man. Look at this.
Look, this guy. I don't think he. Let's see.
To the ground, punched, and then kicked at the AirTrain station in Howard Beach. This video is from security cameras at that station. Police did make an arrest, and it turns out the suspect has a long history of attacking people.
Oh my
The victim
God.
spoke exclusively to Eyewitness News reporter NJ Burkett.
Do you know how scared I am?
Oh.
now?
Let these men get out of prison, get out of jail.
And what's sad, this is a random woman at the. She had no clue that was gonna happen to her.
None.
Scott, come up, Scott. The link is in the chat.
I'll drop it again just in case.
Yeah, come up. I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna let Torch talk to you, man to man.
Yeah, I don't see the manosphere
It's
talking
funny
about
how they
this.
talk all that shit in the chat, but they
Oh, we
don't-
got two other men up here. I'm a drop. As soon as you come up, I'm a drop. I'm gonna let these men talk to you.
Is this the same one? I wonder if this is the same one. Oh, let's see about
Yes,
this one.
Serene. We got. When you see women getting hurt, we got to be on code. That should be.
Yeah, remember this from yesterday? Let me speed it up since we already seen a lot of it. So watch this. This is so. What's going to happen, people, is that we're going to be known more for this than protection. We're going to be known for more. We're going to be known more for this. I'm humiliated. If these men were trying to humiliate me, they did it. They did it.
You know, towards that brawl, they was talking about, oh, we ready for the race war.
Yeah.
We ready. Y'all gonna get wiped out.
Oh my God. I don't know if I want to see the rest of this. This really bothers me.
If you good, you better stay in the house. If you a melanated man and you good, stay in the house when the race war hit the streets.
Look at that. And we want women to submit to us. And we're doing shit like this. Not all of us, but too many of us. It's the same thing. There goes our respect right there, fellas. You need to talk to your fellow man. Because I'm talking to my fellow men wherever I am.
Yeah, where's Scott at? Torch want to talk to you.
No, they'd rather talk about me elsewhere. Look at that.
Maybe I'm a drop torch, and then hopefully he bring his cowardly self up.
Yeah, we'll give him a few minutes. I'm almost done here. Here's another one.
Springfield police have arrested a man who they say started shooting after a woman would not accept his phone number. Springfield Police Sergeant John Delaney told 22 News that 24-year-old Marcus Campbell of Springfield was arrested this morning on 2 counts of assault with a dangerous weapon and additional firearm charges. Sergeant Delaney says that a 24-year-old woman told police that a man fired at her car near Worthington and Federal Streets early this morning. The victim told police that the man tried to give her his phone number, but she refused. She said he pulled out a gun and started shooting at her car, hitting her tires. The attacker then took off, but the woman got a partial plate number. Police tracked that car to a home on Washburn Street where they found Campbell and arrested him. The victim positively identified him as her attacker. Campbell is set to be arraigned today in Springfield District.
Can't make this shit up. Deontay, what are your thoughts on this? What do you think? What do you think? Do you have an idea of a solution?
Well, one thing is, I don't agree with everything that Dr. Umar talks about, but I did agree when he said that he thinks that at least 10% of the men in our community are unreachable and that they should be put to sleep. Now, that's a very, very extreme idea, but I gotta say I do kind of agree with that, because even in my own city where I'm from, I see it all the time with a certain group of people in certain areas, and they're just out of control. They don't respect their parents. They don't respect themselves. They don't respect anything. They go off of their emotions. They regret it immediately once they get caught and get in trouble. And a lot of these guys are lost by the time they turn 14. You know, so if you wait 10 years after 14 to 23, 24 years old, you got a monster like walking around, you know. And I think that another thing is, just one more thing to add to that, is that I still believe that at the end of the day, we do have to come together, because if we get into a situation like she was saying, we get into like a race war or anything like that, we are going to fall if we are separated. Like, we need each other for real. And I think that it's only about 20% of men and women in our community who are actually the terrible toxic part. But like I was saying, they're the ones who are getting all the attention. Because the vast majority of us are not like this. You know, if we were, we would be out of control.
Right, Deontay, we are kind of out of control, but think about it like this. Remember, there's 30% of the black male population is in prison right now.
30%?
30%. I couldn't believe it myself.
Yeah, I can't believe that either. But that's like a lot. That's like what, 12 million, almost 15 million people. But I'm just saying that.
I don't think it's 15 million, and I'm just talking about men. I think there's only 20 million black men in the United States. See what I'm saying? I like to kick a shout out though to Mammies Are Dangerous. Thank you so much for this super chat. She says, men see women as property. Yes. If you aren't their property, they don't care about you. That is true. They will defend other men because they see brotherhood. Well said. Sub from disrespectful creators using cinder brick. Yep. I couldn't agree more. Well said. I mean, I don't think, really, quite honestly, they're trying to use it that she egged him on, but I don't know if it would have made a difference. Because the way these guys think, they're looking for an excuse. It doesn't take a whole lot. I mean, look at the knockout king who got knocked out himself. He got called that because he was knocking other people out. That was his nature. This is probably Knockout King's cousin who hit the woman with a brick. You know? Again, thank you, Mammies Are Dangerous, for the super chat. I'm just getting used to the super chat stuff. You know? Let me see if I can dial up the Carlisha Hood video. I think I can. Let's check this one out. I want to play the one where you can actually hear him hitting her.
Murder charges against a mother and her 14-year-old son have been dropped.
Get your food! Who? Get the gun? Hey. Get your food! Get your food! If you say one more thing, I'm gonna knock you out. Oh my God, I say one more thing, I'm gonna knock you out.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that?
Yeah, he hit her for it. That was crazy. He hit her like she was a man.
He sure did. I don't know what kept her standing. I don't know, because he got his whole body into it, used form on her and everything. Man.
Because he hit her like, what, 3 times?
Yeah.
Before her son shot, yeah.
Yeah, watch.
Look at
The
that.
man later died from his injuries. A state attorney's office says they moved to dismiss the charges due to emerging evidence.
That's what happened. That's what happened. I think I got my point through today about, let me reiterate what I made. It's because I'm going to use Chantel to help me out here a little bit. Let me go back to that because where is she at? Oh, here we go. That's not it, is it? Here we go. My pal Chantal.
Women are expecting random men to protect them when they got 911 at their fingertip.
Okay, let me stop again and rewind this one more time. Let me kind of I want to make sure I get the volume up on this so my pal can really make her point. Though she's not even from here. But I still want her to make her point.
Wild to me how these women are expecting random men to protect them when they got 911 at their fingertip.
Let me pause that and let me make sure I tell you how other cultures that are more successful than ours work.
So the original idea was that men were supposed to act with honor and chivalry in protecting women, and women were supposed to look for example, relationships just as men were. Sexual activity.
So other cultures protect their women. And for the most part, you probably be ashamed. Probably be shamed by other men in our community if you did the same. Pretty Bones says this. And what difference should it make if she was egging him on? Exactly. Exactly. As a man, he should have had enough self-respect and self-restraint, by the way, to just turn around and walk away. What man hits a woman in the face with a brick? Thank you.
But that's the thing, DJ. These guys are not men. Like mentally, they are physically matured as men physically, but mentally and emotionally, especially emotionally, they're kids. They're out of control. I can't even say they're kids. When you spend so much time being used to being out of control and lashing out emotionally with no accountability and no consequences, I mean, and you want to go back to what they were talking about with the mammy situation. Sometimes you have, like, so if you have a single mother home and the small part of the single mothers that are the mammy, these are the ones who defend their sons when they do bad things. And that's the only piece of respect that they give to their mom at all, is that she defends me when I do something stupid.
Right.
So that's why when you see these guys acting all big and tough doing this craziness, when they get caught or arrested, the first thing they do, they don't call a man gonna call his lawyer. What do these dudes do? They call their mom, and she come down there and start capping and defending him, even if she did something crazy. The guy that got shot, who was beating that woman, and her son shot him. His sister had made a statement on Facebook, and I guess it's a shock. You can't really blame her initially, but she said that he didn't deserve to get killed, even though she know what he did was wrong. I've seen a situation before where a boy had robbed a store, held the clerk at gunpoint, holding the gun to his head. A bystander, a civilian, pulled out his gun. He legally had one, and he killed the boy. The mom is on the news saying he should have just let my son rob the store. He shouldn't have intervened. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like that. Yeah, this is why these kids are out of control. They got no man in their life, and then they have an off the chain mother who's letting this stuff happen. That's why I was like, if most of the black kids in this community is being raised, 70-80% being raised by single mothers, I'll have to say that of all the single mothers who are raising kids by themselves, a small percentage of them are very toxic. They got no man in their life, no real mother in their life who cares, and then that is what creates this nonsense here.
Exactly. And see what the manosphere is trying to do is make normal behavior. They're taking, I said common decency before, but we can even go as far as saying just normal behavior of being a good human being. They're trying to monetize that. That's the sad thing. That we're trying to monetize common decency, normal behavior, empathy, compassion, all of those things that make you a good human being. And it's scary because if they're doing all that, that tells you that it's not normal for them to be that way. That's the crazy thing. Let me go. I need to go ahead and pin that pin. I think it's a pin. Yes, pin. And it's funny because I'm bringing up Mammy's Our Dangerous super chat again, because think about it. Black men, we have become so toxic that we see our own women as property, just like a slave owner would. What is going on with us? What are we doing here? You guys want to make it sound like it's something extra, but it ain't even extra. All other cultures, they protect their women. Not the ones they're married to, not just the one they're married to. All women. I've seen it. We can't even do that. One of the most valuable things a man has to offer a woman, and you're unwilling to do it unless you're getting something back. But other cultures are willing to do that because it's a part of their culture to protect women. That includes black women. I've seen them protect black women before. So it's not just their own women. They actually do protect women in general. And now we want to say that we want to be the ones to start a trend on monetizing protection. That's when you know society in itself is on the downswing. We are supposed to be the emotional and moral leaders in the United States, especially after coming through, Jim Crow and everything else. We're supposed to be the moral. We can't even do that. Well, I think I said enough for today. I really just want to come up for a couple minutes because I wanted to add some notes to yesterday's conversation, because when I was thinking about it today, I was saying these guys want to monetize common decency. They want to use that in a way to get what they want from women instead of just being a decent human being. And it just hit me. Oh my God. It just hit me. Remember when that security guard was being beat up by all those people? All those Caucasian people were attacking that security guard. And that young man jumped in the water and swam over there to help. It must have been, this is a canal. Undertows and all that kind of stuff. He went in there and was trying to save his fellow man. Okay? Trying to save his fellow man. All the way across. And now turn around, not just a couple weeks later, and dudes who don't even have to swim a canal, who were just right next to her, didn't do nothing. Let's play that full. Let's play that full one more time, just to kind of finalize shit. Where is that? Where is it? Is it this one? Here we go. I want to play this full one more time.
That's actually looking for trouble.
I want to play this same black man one more time. One more time. Man, this makes me sick. For men, it makes me sick for men that we're.
Let them know that the truth is here.
Listen to this.
When she was getting hit with the brick, right? I feel like people need to know the whole.
And he's passionate about it. He's really, he has no shame in his game. No shame in his game.
Faced with a brick and all these black men just watch and they don't give a yeah, this man hit me, he grabbed a rock and he hit me in my.
I was one of the guys who was there that did not help her when she was getting hit with the brick, right? I feel like people need to know the whole story before they start commenting and say things they don't understand or they don't know. You guys don't even remember who you guys are trying to defend, who you guys are trying to speak up for. This is the same woman that was going around smacking white people in the streets. She's not innocent. She was actually taunting the guy to hit her. Why would I go defend somebody that's actually looking for trouble? This woman, she is literally a troublemaker. Everybody that knows her in our community knows she's a troublemaker. I'm not going to risk my life over somebody that's actually out there looking for trouble.
Way to go. Way to go, Mr. Hero. Way to represent us. Way to make us look good. You couldn't even squirm, pull out your phone and call 911. Because you wanted to see her. What he's telling me is he wanted to see her get hers. He wanted to see that. This isn't going to look good on your job interview. Not at all. This is not good. If the persons that you apply for, if they see this, or if your existing job sees this, you got some problems. You got some problems. Is this your character, sir? Is this what you're about? You want to monetize protection? You want to make excuses? You want to make all black men look bad? You did it. Don't get me wrong. I mean, there's plenty more of you that'll do the same. Pretty Bones breaks it down like this, and it makes a lot of sense. Black women should avoid areas where black men congregate. Don't go to clubs or any activity where there are large crowds of black men. Stay away, far away from them as possible. Your life will, yeah. Believe it or not, I'm going to take that advice. Because if we're thinking like this guy right here, I don't feel safe. If some guys come up, start pushing up on me, y'all telling me I'm toast. Because if you won't defend a woman, you definitely ain't gonna defend a man. Well, maybe you will defend a man. Who knows? Maybe that's what it is. He's lying. She and the white man were doing a skit together. Exactly. And he's all on here embellishing. That's why I'm saying he has no character. He can't even be honest. He can't even be honest. Let me get some shout outs out of the way. Pretty Bones in the house. Hazel in the house. Prisms in the house. Mammies are dangerous in the house. And again, mammies are dangerous. Thank you for the super chat. Indiana Mom is in the house. Monique is in the house. Conscious Mind Love. Spro is in the house. Cyber Dreams. Thank you, Cyber, for coming up. Looking forward to us doing more. Is in the house. Scott was in the house. Serene is in the house. Happy Life is in the house. Andre is in the house, or was in the house. I like to thank everybody for coming through. I really do. I just melanated Vessel in the house. Majestic is in the house. Calvin is in the house. Scott was in the house. NC123 in the house. The fact that black men hate feminism give cause to believe that if they were born white, they would definitely be racist. Yep. I've been saying that. I've been saying that a lot. A lot of these black men, they are emulating hate groups. They just don't know it. Scott was here. Pax was in the house. You know, Janelle was here. Em Mills was here. Let's see, I already mentioned Spro. I think that's everybody. Is that everybody? Go down here. Bridget's in the house. We was grooving. Let me play him one more time because I need you guys to let that sink in. This is the time. See, black man, this is embarrassing to me because this is who you expect. This is who you want representing you.
And just watch, and they don't give a. Yeah, this man hit me. He grabbed a rock and he hit me in my.
I was one of the guys who was there that did not help her when she was getting hit with the brick, right? I feel like people need to know the whole story before they start commenting and say things they don't understand or they don't know. You guys don't even remember who you guys are trying to defend, who you guys are trying to speak up for. This is the same woman that was going around smacking white people in the streets. She's not innocent.
So he made his whole argument off of a lie. His whole argument. Thank you for your character, sir. Thank you for making our culture look terrible. You couldn't even tell the truth. He couldn't even record the truth. Low character. Low IQ. Terrible. Just terrible. I don't know what to say. I do not know what to say. Let me just bring up the jam. Here we go. Oops, that's too loud. I'm just gonna let this chill like this for a little while.
So the original idea was that men were.
Let me play this. Yeah.
Supposed to act with honor and chivalry in protecting women, and women were supposed to look for example, relationships.
In this.
People who are sleeping together, getting pregnant, and then the couple gets married. When you don't teach men to protect women, you get men who will victimize women. And when you don't teach women, you get men who will victimize women. You don't teach men to protect women, you get men who will victimize women. It's married. When you don't teach men to protect women, you get men who will victimize women. And it's married. When you don't teach men to protect women, you get men who will victimize women. It's married. When you don't teach men to protect women, you get men who will victimize women. And
I don't know what else to say. You know? I'm glad we went through this. Bring it up.